Ah! Oh god, it's everywhere. Hello! Oh, hello everybody. Oh boy. Oh, imagine my surprise and shock to find out that at 12:57, the OBS is configured in such a way that does not allow me to stream, causing a stream delay of over 13 minutes. I love it! That's the best birthday surprise anybody could ever wish for! I hope the microphone is functioning correctly. If it's not, please tell me. But hello, everybody. Oh, boy. Oh, brother. We are back. Of course we are back. I was just thinking, when I was configuring the settings and everything, I have the scuff tag on. I was wondering, is it worth it to keep it on? I'm fairly organized. Everything's going according to plan usually. And then this happened. So yes, the scuff tag is always justified. Oh yeah, I forgot about the spin. Oh boy. Another lovely thing that's broken is the fact that I can't see both chats at the same time, so that's gonna be a lovely little thing. But hello everybody, let me... yes! We are back! We are back! We are here! We are the bones! We are the world, right? Let me say hello to everybody. Hello, Lector, you were here first because the way it basically broke is that my simulcasting decided only to stream on YouTube, and I wasn't allowed to stream on the other place. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Let me say hello to everybody in order. So, hello, Lector. Let's see. Hello, Skull. Of course, you're here to claim the first, as always, as is tradition. Thank you very much for your patronage and continued support, even after 4 months of my absence. Hydration. Right, where else? Rocked! A beautiful new addition. Hello, and thank you for the well wishes. And Ref Money, of course. Thank you very much for stopping by. The Bones are here, and Punk Rock. Punk Brock. Brock. Thank you so much for stopping by. The chats are everywhere, and it's happening all over the place. And the Bone Daddy is here as well. Hello, Tiger Rock. Thank you for stopping by. Fours with no name, thank you. I am back. I've returned. I am here. The hydration happened only in spirit. I didn't actually drink water. I need to. After such a lovely... hands are going everywhere. But yes, we're celebrating my birthday, and what better gift to give than the gift of actually streaming for once. After a lovely 4 months worth of hiatus. But we are here in the birthday premise of Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria. I will be floating around Freddy Fazbear's joint as I celebrate this lovely birthday of mine. I didn't even have enough time because all of my time was spent developing the 3.0 that I will showcase. I didn't even have time to change my hat. This is the hat from last year that I used. I'm reusing assets. Ha 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 ha. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Thank you for the well wishes. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining me on this momentous and auspicious occasion. The occasion where I get to explain myself. I get to explain myself on everything that happened between my last stream, which happened on the 19th of November, until now, the 29th of March, the year after. Place did seem familiar. You remember. This is also a reused asset. I had Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria as the thumbnail for last year's birthday stream. You know, location is so good, why change it? Not because I have any budgetary restraints, mind you. But anyway. Right. So, greetings and catch-up. We did the greetings part. As you can see, I have a lovely... the things the budget did allow for is actual UIs and things. So, we have that, and I will... change that when we get to breaking down the 2.0. But yes, that is the schedule we have planned for today. Those are all the points that I will be covering in intricate and divine detail over the course of the next 3 hours. So get strapped in. It's been so long. Honestly, like, I had a mild anxiety because it's been 4 months since I last streamed, so it's going to be, intimidating and all that, but all of that instantly went away and was replaced by pure rage and frustration over the fact that OBS made me late with something that I could not possibly have checked for because the problem was tied to the go live button. So I literally needed to do live streams that I then have to delete in order to see whether or not it works. But after restarting OBS 12 times, it now functions. Can't sub. That is true. You can't, but you can support through Ko-Fi and Streamloots and other means, and I will also be talking about that. Hello! Hello, odd bloke! Hello, welcome back, and hello, Tambo. Oh, it's so nice to have the gang back together. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me here on my first stream of the year. Hope everybody's been well. I've been absolutely peachy. I was very concerned that my voice was going to sound... Well, I mean, it does sound different in a sense. OBS updates and Windows updates have messed around with my settings again, so if I sound different, it's probably because of that. I also decided to up the gain a little bit, so if I sound louder as well, there's also a reason behind that. But, it's been going. How has it been going? Right, so, we last left off the story of Bowenthius on the 19th of November, which is when I last streamed. Immediately the day after, I was exposed to the beautiful, boisterous, and glorious rigors of open mouth surgery. Facial reconstructive open mouth surgery. And let me tell you, the human body is a beautiful thing, but it is no osteomancy. It is not the ability to use bones as clay. In a regular human scenario, bones take half a year to restore. I learned the absolutely dreadfully limited capacity for human bones to regenerate on a proper basis without any magic involved. Hello, Ariella! Thank you for stopping by. Hello! I'm here. Your voice is almost the same. I'm glad to hear that. I'm here to almost be the same, except all those things that make me different. Hello! Oh, welcome in. Thank you for stopping by on this... The birthday that uses the same ass as its last birthday, because I spent all my time doing the 3.0 instead of actually doing any of the surrounding asses. Besides this is new. Do you see the lovely schedule? I'm gonna talk about things. Thank you. It is the day to be born. What was I talking about? Oh, yes. Facial reconstructive surgery. Fun stuff. Takes a very long while for the average human body to regenerate using all that. The bone tissue is amazing in the sense that it bloats up and then it grows over and then it slowly remolds itself back into the proper shape over the course of months. I can do that with the snap of my fingers. And it's like, I have so much newfound respect for the human body and what it's capable of, even so slowly. It is basically like magic, biological magic. I have audio on for a bit, but I will be looking again in a bit. I'm playing a new Pete game right now. How are you doing? I'm doing great. Well, you better get to loving this model, because it's not going to be here for very long, and I will explain why in due time. But I'm doing great. This is my... What's it? My apotheosis, the highest point. I keep using the word apotheosis over and over and over again, but every new day is a new height for me, and this is no exception. Hello, Meg! Hello, Meg! Thank you for stopping by, Meg! But yes, I'm doing great, and I will go into vivid detail right now! At age 0, I was born without a face. I molded my face over the course of learning that I have magic wizard powers. Visually advanced technology or being indistinguishable from magic. Basically, yes. But yes. Facial reconstructive surgery. A lot of bloat, a lot of infections, a lot of horrible ordeals and things. But all that is over now. But over the course of said recovery from facial reconstructive surgery, a spark came to me in my dreams. An idea, if you will. Because I was... Why not affiliate yet? I am affiliate yet. But then I unaffiliated because I don't like Twitch putting Head and Shoulders ads every hour on my stream. So instead, if you want to support me financially, you go through Ko-Fi or Streamloots. Yes, I am a... what's it called? A non-conformist, if you will. I don't go through the usual Twitch channels. I have unaffiliated myself and removed all of those things so you can have a completely ad-free experience, and the only way you can actually financially support me is through Ko-Fi and Streamloots, because those give the actual content creators a much bigger cut than Twitch does, and I'm all for that. Also, the thing that I really didn't like was forcing ads on me every hour that didn't amount to anything worthwhile for me, and all of the worthwhile things happened for Twitch. So it was very imbalanced. So now I have brought balance. So yes, I used to be affiliate, not anymore, because I'm cheeky and I like to be not like other Osteomancers. But yes, what was I? Oh yes, that's actually had to swap out the distance here because of the new model. But yes, all the things are configured for the new model, which we'll get to. The forcing ads is but I like the possibilities with channel points and such. Yes, that's the fun thing. I remade the Twitch channel point system entirely using third-party things. So if you go into my... that's actually a really good segue for the new people, Rock. Thank you very much for the opportunity. So every redeem that I used to have when I was affiliate is still available, just in the form of points-based, whatchamacallit, commands. All the commands are listed in the About page, so if you want to do cheeky things, you can. The instructions are down below. It's basically like Gary's Mod RP server instead of using the Twitch UI, which I will admit is less convenient, but it's still the exact same functionality as the Twitch point system without having to bend the knee to Twitch. Thank you. I also agree with you. The Twitch channel points and such were a great boon. So I basically replicated it using independent software. As you can see, Ariella just demonstrated the spin command. It uses points that you earn by being here. And you get to use those points for the silly commands. I've disabled the pirate one because although I can get... I can basically maneuver myself around the other ones, and I can talk about them and over them. I cannot, unfortunately, do this stream with a pirate accent for 5 minutes, so... Alright, so I gotta go again. I'll be lurking. Thank you for the lurk! Thank you for stopping by, and thank you for your inquiry! We will see each other again in the fullness of time! Background reminded me of Domino's, and now I crave pineapple pizza. Yes, the beautiful pineapple pizza that shall be tried by me someday. But yes, it is... It is a pizzeria. I don't know if you were here when I explained it, but this is actually Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria. I'm having my birthday at Freddy Fazbear's. Holy moly, I'm rich in sigils. Yes, you are, because you are one of the greats. You are one of the early contributors where all of your points carried over. I'm so jealous of Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria or of Iriella's points total. Oh, the Freddy thing, okay. I will say hi to Freddy. He will be here at some point, I don't know. Maybe next year I'll have a full animatronic performance in the background. It is. It's a beautiful choice of location because it was last year's choice of location. I didn't have time to make brand new assets. This is still the birthday hat from last year. It says 5 on it, so I rotated it. So it doesn't say 5 on it unless you spin me. Yeah, I disabled the sunglasses, which I probably shouldn't have done. But, yeah. I hope that didn't take any points off of you. But yes, we'll get the sunglasses and the pirate hat back next stream. For now, let me move over the little pointer thingy. There we go. It even snapped into place. That's beautiful. Right. Right. Oh yes, so catch-up is something that I presumably did. But yes, recovery period. During the recovery period, I had a beautiful spark of creativity that was given to me in the form of a vision through my dreams. An idea, if you will. And that idea blossomed into tweaks upon tweaks of this model. So much so that it ended up being a whole new model, almost unrecognizable from this one. Which is why we got to the 3.0. It basically started off as little... tweaks to this model, and then the tweaks became so massive, might as well call it a 3.0. Hello, Izumi! Thank you for stopping by. Oh yeah, because my models are properly sized now, when you post emotes, it actually shows up in space. In space-time! You're materializing emotes. Delightful. But yes, the spin still works because I can... The spin isn't that disruptive. And also, I will be needing the spin for other parts of this presentation. Right, where was I? I need to breathe. I'm already running out of delicious nutrition in the form of liquid courage. And to me, liquid courage is straight up water. What was I talking about? Oh, yes. While the recovery period was happening and my voice was completely out of commission, I decided to work on my model again because I was unhappy with it. I was unhappy with it because it had a bunch of things that I didn't like about it, and it felt like a hodgepodge mess of things, and I wanted to fix it. I dearly, dearly wanted to fix it, so I started working on it. I started with small changes because I didn't want to have a whole new model so quickly after the old model. But unlike the purple side points, I can cheat the points. Oh yeah, you can, well, so the fun thing that beautiful viewers have discovered about my surrogate point system that I basically used a lot of tutorials to manufacture is that if you watch both on Twitch and on YouTube, you can basically use one system that gets you the exact same amount of points as a piggy bank, and then you can save your points on the other system. So something that O-Skull is doing is whenever O-Skull spends points, he only spends them on the YouTube side of things. Which I believe, according to Twitch TOS, you can say now, and you can mention that you stream on other platforms. That wasn't a thing for a while, and I didn't know, and then I was breaking TOS, and then I removed it, and now they changed TOS, so it's fine now. So it's hodgepodge of nothing and everything and nothing and everything over and over and over again ad infinitum. So, yes, it all started out as small little changes because I wanted to tweak this model because I was unhappy with it, and I will talk about the things that I'm unhappy about with this model in a minute. And then those small changes evolved into bigger changes and bigger changes, and then I had this vision, this beautiful vision that inspired me to commit even further so I could finally be happy with my model. It's complicated, yes. But ultimately, that does result in the fact that this model, my 2.0 that I debuted on Halloween of last year, essentially had 4 streams to its name, I think. 4 streams or something. The first bone 35 times and 173 bones. Rank 1 amongst the bone collectors. That is the Bone King. Second only to me in terms of bone prowess. But what was I talking about? I keep distracting myself. Oh yes. So it basically just kept evolving until I had a model that was so completely different from this model that I just decided to drop the nomenclature and just go with 3.0. I was thinking that it was going to be like just a big it was going to be a 2.5 or a 2.99, but 3.0 is more cheeky, so might as well. So that's where those decisions came in, and that took months and months. And with the October model, this one, I was unhappy because I felt like I was a bit rushed because I wanted to get the Halloween deadline because it was tradition to do a model every Halloween for the whole 2 years. Like I did it twice in a row, and now I'm immediately breaking that tradition because I'm doing the new model now. Because what better way to reward all of you for being here than to give you a brand new model? The gift is me giving to you, and hopefully streaming again at a consistent pace, which is another thing that I'll talk about later on. But yes, we are doing the new model now, and for Halloween this year, we're going to actually have a Halloween game montage instead, where we play Halloween games instead of me going away for the entire month of October and showing up on the last day. So look forward to that. But anyway, model breakdown, right. I actually have to... Oh yes, I can't touch this. Oh, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun to fiddle around with. Right, let's see. Okay, so... breaking down the 2.0, why was I unhappy with it? Let's see why I wasn't happy with it. Starting with the legs! Starting with the legs. The texture work is actually one of the things that I was happy with, but starting with the legs, talking about the metal texture, it's a bit slimy. It's a bit like diamonds and not very, like, it's very faded and not particularly, like, it was something that I did with a significant lack of knowledge because this was the first time I ever did something like this, so it was something that I was not very well versed in, and as such it came out this way. Now, we're going to have something different about it with the 3.1. That's the first thing that I was unhappy with. Also, the fact that I kind of not really big on how to make feet. Because another thing that I learned about the way I model is that apparently I commit a great modeling taboo and sin, where I don't start with the head, I start with the legs and the feet first, and I work down up instead of up to down. And the reason I do that is because I already made, like, the head was the first thing I made, because the design was very important, and I just reuse that from the 1.0. My head is had very minimal modeling changes from the 1.0 to the 2.0. Not kidding on wiki feet with those, not at all, because they're very much armored and covered up and all that, but they were also not as well. It was a weird system here, where I kind of had like a bunch of belts, and they weren't really connecting to anything, and you can see these, so what's the point of having toe armor if this part's gonna be vulnerable and all that? And then we move up to this bit, which is the bracer guard motif thing that I had going on here, where while I was making the model, I made this, not necessarily out of sheer accident, but I basically made it. I was like, oh, that's so cool, look at that. Got the whole spine thing going on. And it looked really cool, and I decided to stick with it. Unfortunately, the problem with that is the fact that it doesn't fit with anything else. The only thing it fits with is itself, so it has nothing going for it outside of the fact that it looks like a nice spine. It doesn't connect to the rest of the model, and it kind of looks a tad random. Almost as if it's a cool thing that I saw, and I just wanted to shoehorn it in. That's the crux of the problem. Excuse me, toe armor is essential. What if you don't drop your sword and hit your pinky? I agree. My argument is that it wasn't enough armor. It's not just the toes that are important, but what if somebody hit me in the laces? I have very vulnerable laces. So, the 3.0 will address that, and we'll get to that. But yes, toe armor important, but the thing after the toes is also important. So I fixed that as well. We'll get to that later. Anyway, so so I was unhappy with the fact that this kind of didn't fit with the rest of it, and that's where we get to the crux of the whole issue, which is the fact that this model was essentially a bunch of separate, unrelated, thematically clashing ideas, all fitting together haphazardly, just because all of these individual elements I thought looked cool, but together they do not form a mighty Megazord. Instead, together they form a mess, in my opinion. So I decided to endeavor to change that. The weakness of all knights, the laces. Yes! See, the problem here is, if my shoes get untied, I'm going to trip and fall, and that is a weakness I cannot allow. But yes, so that is the main concern that I had with this model in general, but let's break it down into details. So, let me just go over here for a second, because the main problem that I had was the chest piece. That's that is very racist, and that's why I can spoil it now. The 3.0 will not have the weakness of the laces. I rejected the weakness of the laces, and we'll get to that in a minute. But first, so do you see this design thing I've got going on here? So the idea that I really liked with the 2.0 was the bone dolier is my patented trademark. I didn't actually file the trademark. Please don't steal it. Let me get rid of the confet. We have gone over the birthday bit. Right. So, the bone dolier. Awesome concept. I love it. Didn't connect it quite too well because I have this whole ring thing going on, which I really didn't like, but I needed to figure out some sort of logical way to connect this to the rest of the thing. So, you know, rings, they're metal, they're cool. Don't steal my bone dolier ideas, I will sue. yes. So I didn't really have much in the way of enjoying this because it was basically done to fix an issue, and in reality it kind of made the already existing issue more prevalent in the sense that it's a combination of different things that don't make a whole lot of sense. But let me pull out the... Yeah. Oh, right. Okay, hold on. This is me in double now. There we go. Okay. So here's my huge art wall of things that I took inspiration from and I dearly love, because this is basically the Bowenthius mood board. It features a lot of beautiful characters and things, and it has a whole Geralt of Rivia dedicated section, because Geralt of Rivia's style is amazing. It's all double. Yes, you did see double, but I fixed that. Anyway, so I found the concept art book for Doom the Dark Ages on a porn site, by the way. That was a fun thing to stumble on and use in this. That's a little Bowenthius fun fact. A percentage of this artwork is found from porn sites. At least I did. Anyway, the thing that this thing. So I saw this concept armor for Zombie RB 4, Dead War 4, I don't know what it's something I nicked off of ArtStation. Artist credit is Francie Lemeru. I'm butchering that name and I apologize for it, but hey, free plugs. The Void Wenthius, keep Wenthius hostages. There is a version of me behind the scenes that is puppeteering and mastering all of this. Hello, Citronita. Hold on, let me get the hands to wave. As soon as the hands turn on. Hands. They refuse to turn on. There they are. Hello. Thank you for stopping by. It's my birthday. It's my birthday. And I am yapping about myself for my birthday, because that's the greatest gift of all. Thank you for stopping by. Pay no attention to the skeleton man behind the curtain. Exactly. Underneath all of this armor, I am actually just a skeleton. It's just that I've padded myself out with lint and paper and bubble wrap to basically make false muscles, because that's how cool I am. Anyway, so this concept art I really liked because it looked really cool. It's this belt buckle bandolier type style thing, and I thought it was so cool, and I decided to put it into 2.0, and it was the main focal point because I thought I could make it work, and I bit off more than I could chew, and I can admit that to myself now. It is great on its own, but it does not fit overall with my aesthetic, but I tried to force it in there, and it just did not function. He's so huggable and marketable. I am very huggable and marketable. But yes, so that's where my main, not necessarily insecurity, but dislike, I guess. I don't know how to describe it. Dissatisfaction, that's it. That's the word. That's where my main dissatisfaction with this model stems from, where the main focal point is this thing that doesn't really fit all too well, and I yoinked it because I thought it looked really cool and I thought I could make it work, but I ultimately couldn't in the end. So that's the main issue that I have with it. And that's the main way you look at the model, so the main part of the model, me having an issue with that wasn't really great for optics. Let me turn that off. Go back here so I can move the model. Come to me. Alright, so and then I just had a big surfboard on the back. You can't see because shadows, but let's pretend like you can see. Probably not all that important. Oh yes, and then we can go to the casual part. So in the casual model, I have this thing going on. Yes, free casuals. Free casual model. So this part where I basically had this, but this doesn't have any, it's basically just a flat texture, and it doesn't have any connecting bits. It doesn't feel, it's just there because I couldn't figure out how to connect the upper body with the legs, and it's just there as a bridge between the two parts of the body. This bit I liked. This bit was cool, but it didn't really go anywhere, and it basically looks like I've got a weird long, you know, one of those Finnish hats that I've got going on with the big bubbles at the end. That's basically what I've got, but it's going down all the way down to my belly, and it's being wrapped. It's a weird concept. It's a weird concept. You look like a squire. Oh. I'm a squire that you have managed to acquire by coming here on twitch.tv/Bowenthius and or other places. I have been not necessarily ignoring the YouTube chat, but because the OBS system decided to tell me, no, you will not function correctly today, it's a bit jank, so I have to manually look at the YouTube chat, so... In so many shoes, there is metal if you drop anything. Yes, 90% you don't see. Also, yes, 90% of the time. But the thing about that argument is that I know it's there, and if I'm not satisfied with the legs that you'll never see, then what's the point of anything? So it's important for you to be happy with all of it, even though you're only going to see about 25% of it. So might as well spend months of my time remaking and reforging things just because I want my own peace of mind. So true, bestie. Yeah, you get the... Like, you know, because you've made the model yourself. You'll know all of its imperfection and tiny little things, and some things that you can compromise on. Some things you can forgive. Like, there's some clipping issues here and there, and I can forgive those, but there's some fundamental design principles that if you dislike them, even if you don't see them, like, just because you hide the mess under the carpet doesn't mean that the mess is gone, it just means that it's out of sight. And unfortunately, the mind has object permanence, which is the big problem. Exactly, I know it's there. So it is a very fair and valid point, but this is unfortunately how my brain works, and also I can imagine Citronita can relate. But yes. So yes, this bit, liked it, but ultimately kind of looks like a weird cap hat thing, and it doesn't fit with the... It's weird. It's weird. But, I could actually talk about the things that I do like. The thing that I do like is the actual limbs and how I did the armor on those, with how it's like multiple layers, and then you have these things, which are, if we bring back the... Still don't have any toes, and it annoys me every time I remember. See, exactly, that's why I spent a rigorous amount of times remodeling the toes and so on and so forth, which we will showcase in a minute. Let's bring back desktop capture. Do I have... Yes, I do. Gary's mod pictures of Combine soldiers from Half-Life 2. Some of you... Maybe looking at the screen like Leonardo DiCaprio pointing from that one movie. But yes, a lot of my inspirations are a lot of Valve properties because I am at heart a Valve fanboy. So if you look at these bits right here, where my cursor is, you will see the inspiration with the model. I lifted these directly from Combine soldiers and added my own spin to them. And I think they still hold up and look really cool because I added the rivets, and they give it a medieval sheen, which allows it to fit with my overall dark fantasy aesthetic. DiCaprio pointing, yes! I do plan to fix up my shit once I finish this commission through, so Citro 2.5 is happening eventually. Hell yeah! Hell yeah, we love to see the progression of our visage and our... The way... See, the thing about models and 3D modeling and why... It's very riveting. It's very riveting and stuff. But the main thing, and what drives me personally to spend months upon months on a model and then decide, you know what, it's not good enough. Hello, Del Toro, thank you for stopping by. Hello, I am here and I'm yapping about my model. I hope you enjoy. What was I talking about? I forget. What was I doing, actually? Another thing I forget. The thing. Disconnected thoughts reign supreme. Right, hello. Of course I enjoyed, thank you. I'm happy for your patronage and proud and all that good stuff. Where is there it is, there's the eye. I did it. What was I talking about? design principles that I like that I have kept over the course of the thing. I do like the diamond texture, but it was something that was really complicated to do in 3D space, so it's ultimately something that I dare not repeat again. Also, oh yeah, another thing that I really didn't like is that concept that I showed you was cool, but my execution of it not so much. This little belt thing did not fit all that well and was something I did last minute after model testing. A lot of the features seen in my 2.0 was actually things that I did in the last week of the 2.0, like the knuckle guards, because I didn't like the way my hands moved, and these things because I didn't like the fact that it was a combination of non-shiny belt textures and shiny belt textures, and it looked very jarring and annoying. The boots and braces giving a deep rock affectionate. I actually got invited to the Rogue Core Beta, and I played that for a total of 2 minutes, and that was Deep Rock 2 Electric Boogaloo. My beautiful Osteomancer, why must you not draw on the buckles? Why do you not just draw on the buckles? I did. Some of the buckles are drawn on, and some of the buckles are modeled on. But combining a piece of the buckle that was drawn on and a piece of the buckle that was modeled on didn't look good, in my opinion, so I decided to scrap that concept. The YouTube people. What is it, YouTube? Shiny, not shiny, but more shiny. Yes, the shininess, it changed and evolved into different things that I also didn't like. I mean, that's basically the... Oh yeah, and another thing, let me turn the hands on. Hands. Another thing that I'm terrible at to this day is shoulders and clipping and all that. But I can excuse that because I like to have static shoulder armor and all that stuff. It's a problem that's been happening to me since the 1.0. That one had shoulder troubles, this one has shoulder troubles, the 3.0 has shoulder troubles. I can never get those in that. That's the compromise that we were talking about that I will be able to live with. Anyway, your Under Armour looks incredibly yeah, thank you. It is a bunch of gambesons and wool texture, so it is basically the edgy boy equivalent of a comfy sweater. So the shoulders were also a thing that I was not particularly satisfied with, because again it led more credence to a more industrialized theme rather than my osteomantic charms, and all of this, excluding the bone dolias, wasn't really on theme, because I'm a wizard, I'm a bone baron. I will be trying to get a little bit more alliteration going, because bone wizard is a bit less easy on the tongue, and bone baron has alliteration, and I love alliteration, so I'm Bowenthius the Bone Baron, but generally it's just gonna be Bowenthius. Anyway, shoulder problems, cover them so they aren't really visible, which you are doing right now, yes. Well, I mean, the problem is as you can see, that is the issue, because the armor doesn't go along with the shoulders if I raise my hand. So I never raise my hands, so I'm just gonna keep the hands here. Anyway, yeah, it was more, like, this whole thing vibed more like a Kevlar vest rather than anything you can feasibly find in medieval worlds, and just completely goes away with the Osteomancer wizard theme. So I did a lot of changes to that. It's also partially a problem with Warudo's hand tracking. It's not great at depth. I mean, I'm using Vinyan. I've never used Warudo myself. So this hand tracking is done using Vinyan and what's it called? The Leap Motion Tracker, the first version, has been discontinued and gone and doesn't exist anymore. Hey Bowen, lovely to see you back. Happy birthday. Thank you. Thank you, Crap Fairy. Thank you very much for stopping by, and thank you for the well wishes. I'm glad to be back so I can spend copious amounts of hours uninterrupted yapping. It's almost been an hour of me yapping, and I won't have to go for an ad break in 8 minutes. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, use leap motion, couldn't get it working right. Yeah. The thing about my leap motion was it was a beautiful present given to me by Telepathic Moose at twitch.tv/telepathicmoose, and I forgot her website. But anyway, she gave it to me in a box because she had one, didn't want to use it, and decided to give it to me because I could use it. And that hardware is notoriously bad. It is very difficult to get to function, and it has a lot of hardware errors and faults. It's faulty hardware, but I just got really lucky, and it just works for me. It just functions most of the time. It doesn't function all the time, but it functions most of the time, so good enough. So I got very lucky with that. Oh, also not having to pay for things is very lucky as well. I will forever be grateful. That might be because I only have 4 fingers when, of course. That's a thing I didn't even think to consider. Good one, Deltor. That is a good thing to do. Good on you for doing that. I'm glad that I don't even need to say it. You just know what's the right thing to do. I do need to be perfect. See, the thing is that I thought that this model was good enough to release, and it still is. It's still a good model. It just didn't satisfy me, and I wasn't happy with it because of all the things that I spent the last hour talking about. So I went back to the drawing board to concept art myself a model that's more thematically fitting and overall better, and addresses all of the issues that I have with this one. It is, in its own right, in a vacuum, it is a good model. It's just that I'm a perfectionist. I'm a recovering perfectionist. So, it was good enough, but it wasn't good enough. But yes, the 3.0 is also not perfect. It has a lot of problems and kinks, and like I said, the shoulder thing is still here. But it still, again, addresses all the issues I had before. I might dig out my leap motion, make another stab, and making work. I wish you good luck. I will send you in DMs because maybe it could be the software that I use or the settings that I use that could help you with that. Might as well share with you how I have this thing working. Maybe it could be the fact, I don't know, because you use Warudo. It could be that maybe it just doesn't work with Warudo and it doesn't connect it to something. I do not know. All I know is that my specific use case and my specific system functions. Yes, please do share. Hey, Bo, and how goes? It's wonderful to see you. I'm so glad to see you again, Killershot. Thank you. I am glad that you managed to make it. Yes, I am back. I have returned, and I have talked about where I was in the greetings and catch-up, so if you want to see that. But TLDR on that one. Facial reconstructive surgery, recovery, and during recovery, decided to tweak this model, but I tweaked this model so much it ended up being a 3.0 instead. But yes, I'm happy to see you once again, Killshot. Say hi to the Mrs. Borme. I have missed all of you. I have missed streaming, and it is wonderful to be back. Could he always keep on improving your project, but at some point you have to say to yourself, good enough, and move on to the next thing? I agree. And I have, with the 3.0. That is my point where I say good enough, because I can't keep doing this. I can't keep spending months and months, like, the 3.0 took me 2-3 months to make. I've been working on it literally since December, so 4 months. And then this model also took me 4 months. So I can't keep doing that because that is 1/3 of a year. And it is 100% a vanity project that I'm doing just because I really enjoy self-expression. And that is the crux of it. That I want my self-expression to be as close and as satisfying to my sensibilities as possible. And this is close to that, but it wasn't on theme. That was the main issue. All of these things and all these individual things I love, but they are not thematically relevant to Bowenthius. So I decided to, like, they say that limitations are where true creativity flourishes, and I wasn't limiting myself enough, and I ended up having something that was halfway through a military theme, an industrial theme, a dark fantasy theme, and a medieval theme, all put together into one disgusting porridge. So that's why the 2.0 only survived for 3 or 4 streams before I decided to change it. And also I really like the idea of having Halloween freed up for me to actually play games. if Rocked is listening to this, that one game that he suggested to me is the first thing that I will pick up during Halloween. Also, your color palette is very well put together. Thank you. I can't wait to hear your opinion on the new color palette. You can always keep on. Yeah, I read that already. TV become really realistic. Yes. DLSS 5 on television for Citronita's brainhead case face. But with all that said and done, I'm so good at color theory. Well, hopefully, I am very happy with the fact that you're here specifically, because you get to actually, from one colleague to another, you get to see what it's about and give me feedback live that I probably won't act on because I am tired of remaking myself over and over again. There, as Oskull said, there does come a point where you need to say good enough and move on with your life, and this is the point where I finally reach now. I can finally say that I'm satisfied and I'm happy and I can move on. So let's move on. Advent of the 3.0. I remember having so many rehearsals of these conversations and what I was going to talk about on stream with myself over the course of many a showers. And all of those things I've forgotten about. Welcome back, Bowen. Good morning. Hello, Mrs. Gilshaw. Welcome. I am back, and I am here, and the morning is good, depending on time zones. Ha! Your new look is awesome, you did such a good job. You haven't seen it yet, this is my old look. See, that's the fun part, is that it's a failure of me to be such a indecisive little Betty, where my 2.0 is so short-lived that people think that this is the new look. And it's not, this is the old look. We'll get to the new look right about now. It is exactly 2, so I'm going to go to the little Osteomancer's room as I prepare all the things, so we will be right back. And you get to... Bowen saying he missed us all. It's not like I missed these streams or anything. I just happened to claim the first bone by accident. It's not like I had any particular meaning behind it or anything. You can use the excuse that I was 10 minutes late due to the fact that OBS refused to function for me. So you can use that as an epic gamer excuse. Like, you weren't early. I was just late and you were here on time at 1. Well, depending on time zones, of course. His new look is great. Now for the newer... Exactly. This is my new look, and now we're switching over to the newer look. Did I actually see the 2.0 since it wasn't here? Yes. So, for some people that haven't been to my streams, this is my new look. And I am so... neurotic? Perfectionist? Whatever way you need to use to describe it. I decided to make a new model over, like... immediately after debuting this one. So, I need to stop. And I will calm down after this one. The last one! I swear, one more model, mama! One more model! Right, let's get to it. Screens eagerly sat and waiting for 3! But before you do that, words on stream for you, and maybe for me. Ha. And we are back, and I am missing in action. I do apologize for the lackluster and poor YouTube experience, Lector. The chat is split, and I need to remember to manually look at it to catch up on your messages. So let me see. If I'm a baron, what estate do I rule? I rule the Fathomless Chasm. It is a giant deep pit, which I will talk about later. Freddy Fazbear? Yes, little fella, it is! I'm celebrating my birthday at Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria! I'm off screen right now, I'm behind the camera, that's why you can still hear me. But yes, I will also fix, because usually it should have Skelegion bot send your messages whenever on the YouTube side, but it isn't working for some reason. You've been trying new games since you have been missing? I am currently in my hightail phase, making castles, but I can't think of any other recent examples besides Hightail. I haven't really had the chance to play games because I've been modeling. And then modeling. Also, yeah, Deep Rock Galactic. Deep Rock Galactic. I actually did technically open Deadlock. That is true. I did open Deadlock. How to play Hightail again? That is a thing that we can do, indeed. I spend 3 hours in the character customization screen on that. Like I said, I love customizing my character. Let's get into that. Right, where are we? There it is. Right. The feet. Can I zoom in? Zoom in. Okay, so immediately. So the texture is a little bit shifted and changed and different. Why is the texture different? Because I discovered what normal maps are. What are those? They're my feet. You can tell that I'm jiggling around. But yes, feet, legs. The beautiful Legolas. The feetses. The feetses are now different. So I addressed the lace issue. I don't have laces anymore. They're now belts under the shoe. You can probably see that. I can't. This is maximum zooming. So yes, there's no longer laces. They now be clip-ons. I remember the trouble, neighbor. Ah, yes, the normal maps. Yes, the normal maps. I discovered what those are. For the 2.0, I had no idea what normal maps are, and I didn't use them. That's why it looked like a slimy mess. Comfy bone clippers. The new air Bowenthius. Yeah, sniff them. They smell like dry bones. I believe that's a character in the Mario franchise. In this economy, free feet, yes! Right, chat's going brr, let me catch up to that. Trouble they brought, the normal ass, comfy boat, yes. So, first immediate change is the fact that I have normal maps, so now when you actually look at the model in different places, you can actually see the shine. You can see the actual shine, and because of the normal maps, they have a depth to them. You can actually see the scarring having actual depth to it. And that's just not all. What else is that I'm an Osteomancer. I'm a goddamn bone wizard. I shape bones. So, I have bones on my armor now. Hello. Hallis Likiumore. I am back, and I am legs. I am bouncing legs. Thank you so much for stopping by. So much. The bone ties, the shoes, the laces. Yes, they all come together now. And this is a part of the model that you'll probably not see again. So, again. Right. So, 3.0, moving upwards. So, immediately, the bracers, knee pads, arm guard. I don't know what these are called. With somebody that knows armor, what's the bracer equivalent of the legs called? I forget. Enjoy the view while it lasts, folks who ain't seeing the feet all that much from now on. That's true. That is true. This is the first and only time you're seeing the feet. Oh my goodness, that's a sneaky Monster Energy sponsorship hint. No, I don't do energy drinks. Greaves, thank you, Citronita, thank you. Greaves, so, Greaves. They are now, the actual metal bit is flush, and I used Osteomancy and shaped a bunch of bones to get the greaves with really nice bone accents. Very delightful bone accent. That is now new, and beautiful, and better, and it fits with the rest of the model, because as you can see, we're going to have a bone-based theme for the whole thing. Bones. Slay, Bone Man, I am the Bone Man. Second change is the fact that in my 2.0 model, I didn't actually have a coat. For my 1.0 model, I had a coat. And I decided to get rid of it because I was too afraid of jiggle bones for the 2.0. I've brought that back. So we brought the best elements from the 1.0 and the 2.0 to make the 3.0. And here it is. Beautiful with accent, with bone-based leather accents. Because I like the tribal look. The beautiful tribal look. And we've got the symbols because I really like the casual look from the 2.0 that had the sigils on it. All the beautiful sigils that you guys use for your redeems, they now adorn my beautiful coat. And the thing about it is that the pixel art is so fine and so detailed that you can't even tell it's pixel art. Because it's like if you zoom out, it's so detailed that you can't even tell it's pixel art anymore. So that is another issue that I've encountered. Minecraft and Enchanted Code. It is very much a Minecraft Enchanted Code. Bone Daddy, congrats on coming back. Thank you, Vandor. Thank you for stopping by. Welcome in. I am showcasing my feet to the world, Vandor. Isn't that beautiful? Right. Anyway, moving on. So that pants, more details on the pants. The pants were always blue, but now they have a bit more of a sheen. And I brought back a detail from the 1.0, which is the fact that they're tied together and they're seamed together. And I really like that aspect from the 1.0, and I brought it over to the 3.0 because again, elements combining and so on and so forth. The belts, the beautiful belts. I got. Like, again, normal map, so you can see that there's actual depth to the thing now. Happy Bowen Day. Thank you, Dory. Oh, thank you for stopping by. It's my birthday, and the treat is feet. Here's the treat. It's feet that cannot be beat. The Bone Day is here. Right, anyway. So, moving upwards, I didn't like the fact that this was square. It's no longer square. It's now a different shape, a better shape. But the biggest piece de la resistance with terms of the upgrades is the belt. This belt went over so many different changes in duration over the course of it. In the middle of texturing the thing, I remade this belt 12 million times. And I really like the way it turned out finally. And we've brought back the bone doliers because the bone dolier concept was beautiful and I loved it and I'm keeping it. But yes, we basically got my Oshi mark, which is a ram skull, which doesn't exist in emoji, so we just do skull and bones because skeleton. My goodness, that is a mythical tier belt. Thank you, I appreciate it. It's something that took me a very long time to concept art. My biggest issue, I could do a sheep emoji, probably. But my biggest issue as a creator is that I skip the concept art stage entirely because I'm insane, and I just end up changing the concept midway through the model because I don't actually sketch out what I want to model. I just make it and then I change it in the middle of the model. So this thing happened during the texture process. I do have images of what it used to look like before. It was worse. This is now good. It's a lovely little ram skull with the secondary buckle because I have two belts on because I'm insane, as I mentioned. It looks kind of like a crown. It's a really cool image. I like it. I'm satisfied with this, finally. In concept, the art just happens, yes. Skull emoji, sheep emoji, skull emoji. Could do. Potentially, in the future, it might be. Sheep. Sheep. Alright, where is the man? You can control your clothes because it has bones in it. That is true. All of my clothes, if you don't see the bones on the outside, the bones are on the inside, and I can telepathically control everything because bones! Have a cape thing? Yes, it's basically a trench coat type deal. But also I did keep the from the 2.0 the thigh armor, but of course it was painstakingly retextured in 2K, because another thing about the 2.0 model is that it was very imbalanced in the fact that it had 16 4K textures, which I had to fix. But anyway, right. Chest! So, here's the part where I'm an actual goddamn Osteomancer. Hello! So, here's the actual part that I'm most happy with. Hold on, let me turn the hands on. I am an Osteomancer. As such, I control bone. Why not have bone on the armor? And there we go. Here it is. This is my pride and joy. Hello. We're in a pizzeria. Did it take us out for pizza? Yes! It's my birthday today, and I'm celebrating the occasion in Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria, as you can see in the background. We've been in Freddy Fazbear's this whole time. I've been floating around Freddy Fazbear's Pizza while I yap to you about my new model. Here's my new model, by the way. Look at it. Isn't it beautiful? I'm an Osteomancer, by the way, so I have bones in my armor. But yes. Bonedolia. The Bonedolia gimmick is back, and it is actually way more connected to the armor now. It is way better. Need to change the camera and scream at us to give us the FNAF experience. Ah! Wait, hold on. Ah! Ah! This is the patented Bowenthius jump scare. Ah! Wait, hold on. Ah! Alright, enough of that. I'm hitting full screen just to get a better look. I mean, if you have requests for me to zoom in, but the main thing that I'm very happy with is the fact it took me days to figure this out, but I learned what normal maps are, and now the armor actually has a proper sheen to it, where depending on where I'm looking or where the camera is looking, you can actually see the shine change. You know another thing that changes? Ah, the spin. Oh yeah, right. I do have a spine back. I forgot that there's a back of the model and a front of the model as well. Imagine a skeleton with the fresh armor that just looks like a normal guy. I mean, that's actually a really good point, Bandor. I had the idea this could happen in the future. I did model a helmet that couldn't make it to the cutting room floor. So I do have a thing that hides my face that makes me kind of look like a normal person. If you ignore all of the bone trims, my eyes are locked on that incredibly detailed gorget. Yes. This thing is also another thing that took me 50 million remakes, because the original one was very tiny. But now I finally figured out how to make it properly, and I'm very happy with it. Very satisfied with it. Another lovely thing that you might have noticed is my funny red goop. Do you see how it follows? Do you see how the shine actually follows? Isn't that fun? That's a very fun effect that I learned by changing one value in the settings. Oh yes! Actually, that's a really good point that you raised. Let me see what's going on here. I need to catch up with chat. The eye! Hi. Follow 3 volt pizzeria. This is Freddy Fazbear's after all. Need to charge at the camera and... Oh yeah, I did that already. Does that mean you know how many bones there are? I mean, I have a lot of bone. There is a lot of bone. Do you see these little... I need to change the lighting, but I have a lot of pouches on my back. All of those are also filled with bones. Those are my emergency bones. These are... The bones on the Bonedolia are for immediate projectile use. Anyway. Bone model is cracked literally as well. Yes! You have noticed the funny little crack on my skull, and I will talk about that. Imagine a skeleton... locked in... Yep. I am very happy with this. 3.0 looks amazing. Thank you! I spent a lot of time refining everything I gained and learned from the 2.0 to make this. And I am extremely happy with it. Right. Yeah. Okay, it does work. Right. Got the opportunity to look at Bone's back. Yes, if you want to see the back, you'll have to spin me because I'll have to go in. We can do another round where I showcase the back because the back does have some interesting things, but I will have to switch the camera out, so we will do another BRB screen for that. Or you could do that. That is also a valid way to showcase the fact that I actually have a spine coming out of my armor now. I do have... These are tactical bones. These are tactical bones. Right. Funny bone. I am my own father. Thank you. Yes, oh Skull, that is a thing that is happening in the future. I will be updating the icon. But yes, this is my pride and joy. So, in terms of color scheme, it's the exact same colors as the 2.0, except the armor is supposed to be black and white, but because of the contrast with the magenta, it essentially looks green, and I'm okay with that. That's perfectly fine. I did give birth to myself. I am my own father, mother, and father. I came from the void. Oh, but yes. Bone armor, bone motif. Do you see how the whole thing is themed? How you have gray armor, black steel, with a bone trim on everything. It's not disconnected concepts. It's all one united thing. So, asexual reboot. I mean, I came out of a pit. It was a big hole, and I awoke falling down. And then I got up. And I decided to piece together... Well, I didn't decide. I was a big investigator and decided to figure out what the hell is happening. I am basically a Five Nights at Freddy's OC because I am doing this whole presentation at the back of a... inside the pizzeria itself. But what was I talking about? Oh yes, the scar. So, the scar symbolizes... the, not necessarily trauma, but the experience I went through with observing the facial reconstructive surgery, and it gave me a newfound appreciation for my own bones and how easily I can do osteomancy and shape bones to my will in a matter of seconds. It takes regular human bones to heal for half a year, and it's horrifying. So this scar is essentially a mark of solidarity for my non-osteomantic enabled brethren. That's basically what it symbolizes. Also, the original scar wasn't really that noticeable, so I decided to... For the first time since the 1.0 model, I actually tweaked my face. So now you can see it. Beautiful and tweaked, isn't it? A great sign. Yes, it's a sign of humility. It's a sign of knowing that not everybody is as gifted in the manipulation of bone as I am, and that regular people experience it at a much slower, much more painful, regenerative pace than I do. So that's what that's for. And it looks cool. If you'll notice, a lot of the motif of my model is it looks cool. Hands tracking. Also, the horns are a lot better and brighter now. They were very dark before. It's a memento mori. Yes, it very much is. It is a... Yeah, it's a memento mori, mark of solidarity. It is there to remind me that not everybody is as fortunate as I am in many accounts. Bones being one of them. Right. So that's the 3.0, everybody. Oh, of course I have 2 more hours worth of presentation to go, so this is just the beginning. Right. So, oh yes, I forgot to do this. But this is actually kind of a good opportunity. Hold on. So, the old sword. This is the old sword. This is the 2.0 sword. It looked like a cudgel. It didn't look all that great. And the biggest problem I had with it is the fact that it is so tiny, it kept falling out of the holster. It kept falling out of the sheath. This beautiful sheath. When I didn't showcase this on the 2.0. Hold on. Zoom out. There we go. This thing kept falling out. And I had no idea how to strap it in. So, new model. Hold on. Yep. Wrong button. Hold on. Nope. There we go. Here's the new sword. It's a lot longer. It actually goes in the sheath now. It is a lot better. Yeah. I keep moving the... Hold on. I'm so overly excited to show this thing to all of you guys that I'm clicking on the wrong things. Not everyone is so gifted with calcium. Yes. So this is my funny little magic wand. This is my wizard wand. I point it and it goes pew pew. Let's see here if I can do the buttons correctly. There we go. I did the buttons correctly, everybody. Praise be. Right. So here's the old sword. Oh, I forgot to do something. So here's the old sword. It was very big and bulky. It wasn't to my standard, so I decided to remake it. So, but there we go. You see that? Came out like a lightsaber. If I could maneuver it. Nope, can't. Nope. I will. Of course you're gonna mess it up immediately. The trials and tribulations. See, I thought about disabling the hydrate, but I thought to myself, There's no way they're gonna use the hydrate redeem to disrupt me. By the way, this thing is gonna be changed. This is the old 1.5 model, and because the 2.0 is so tumultuous, I never even made a 2.0 model for it, but this will be changed. This will be updated. Hydration. Who the hell even did the hydration? I don't even know because... Oh, of course it was Skull over on the YouTube side. Yes, hydration has been done in your name. Skull, thank you very much for disrupting my funny stream. That's okay. Right, what was I talking about? Duh. Sword. Oh yeah, I disconnected my hands out of habit. If I could somehow position the sword to be in the correct spot. Take the hydrate as a form of praise. Yes, it's a beautiful praise. Right? Nope. Point is, it has sigils on it. They're thinner than the previous sigils. I can't maneuver it properly. Oh. There we go. You see the sigils? Ah. There we go. You see it? Ah, there we go. Perfect. You see it? It's much thinner and more sword-like than the previous sword. There we go. Had to drink the Freddy Fazbear juice. They serve beautiful Fanta here. Not sponsored, hashtag. But yes, new sword. Thinner sigils, so the glow is better. You'll see the glow in a minute. I forgot to turn on the glow for the 3.0, but here it is. I have a meme for this. Do you now? And I have a sword. Right. Duh. Right. So, new sword, beautiful stuff. I will have a... What's the word? Reference sheet. I will have a brand new reference sheet, as, again, you notice there wasn't a reference sheet for the 2.0 because it was the bridge between my original model and this one. So this is the de facto Bowenthius look. This is the definitive look. And I will not be changing my model for quite some time. This is the point where I say good enough, as Skull mentioned, and this is me done. I am happy with this. This is good enough. I am happy with this. So this is going to be the definitive Bowenthius look. Send it to you in the Discord DMs. You trying to show us the rooms? Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, it's a whole video even. It's not even a GIF. Oh, actually, I don't even need to watch the video. I know exactly what that is. Have you ever seen the bottom of a Wii U figure shoes or a Me figure shoes? Bam! There it is. Oh, yes, I know that one. Oh. Hands are going all over the place. Absolutely stunning. Bam! There it is. Yep. Oh. Ooh. So, yes. So, the keen-eyed among you, like Deltor, notice that I am a lot wider in this form than I was in the 2.0 and the 1.0 form. I had this big overarching problem relating to my model where I felt like my head was too big. And I tried to make my head smaller, and I did technically make my head smaller by like 0.05%, but it wasn't good enough. It overall wasn't good enough. So instead of making the head smaller and shrinking it down, let me catch up. Got Guilty Gear Strive. Yes. Bone accumulation. Why did the message fail to send? I don't know. Yes. I got my PC to work so I can finally appreciate the 3.0 and so its glory. Very nice texture work. Thank you very much. I did. I think actually most of the time I spent working on this thing, I think the model took me about a month. And then the remaining 3 were spent on the texture. Because I did remakes, and then I remodeled the gorget, and then I remodeled the belt, and I just kept changing things and adding things. Originally, I had 18 bones on the bone dolier, but then I took 4 from each side and added them to the belt. It was a lot of things. Absolute Bowenthius type shit. It absolutely is. This is my pride and joy, and this is what I'll be looking like whenever I stream on twitch.tv/Bowenthius and YouTube parts. The spins, the beautiful spins, yes. I do have a back that I'll be showing as soon as I change the lighting and the camera and so on, but... Oh yes, so... Instead of making my head smaller, I decided as a previously self-proclaimed Val fanboy, I decided to take a page from their book where their style of balance is instead of taking something that is very strong and nerfing it, they instead buff everything around it. So they keep escalating and escalating. I believe it is a very good solution to the concept of power creep, where when you keep buffing things, other things are left behind on the wayside. So instead of doing that, just buff everything. If somebody gets a mallet, give them a nuke. So that's the philosophy I subscribe to. So instead of making my head smaller, I just made the rest of my body bigger. So yes, now I have very nice shoulders. Very nice. And also I can pull off the Marin Frog fan art way better now with my fist up. It's very nice. And that's why you have Sorcerer's shoulders now, understood. The whole chest piece thing, I wanted to be more wizard-like, and I took a lot of concepts from evil wizards and added my own bone motif to it, so now I look a lot more like an actual Osteomancer. You look at this character and you see Bone Wizard now. At least I hope so. I'm not sure what the fuck Riverdale is about. Hey. Yeah. Right. And yes, gathering all these bones has been a lot of work, but I have a lot of very diligent little helpers like Deltor and Oskull and Killshot and so on. All of you guys, this is what you've been collecting all of your bones for. This is what it amounts to. Much bone, very wizard. Look like a Warcraft 3 elemental. Exactly, that's what I'm... Well, I mean, I've never played Warcraft 3, but that is more closer to the vibe that I'm going for than my previous model. So I'm very happy with that observation. Aspiration... Any inspiration in development of 3.0? This was the thing that I was talking about during the 2.0. I woke up in a dream, and I saw this, and I needed to model it immediately, like when you have a really good idea right before bed, and you need to write it down. Let's see if I can figure out anything inspiration-wise. Bah. We haven't even gotten to the casual part yet. We'll get to that in a minute. Desktop crop buff. Inspirations that I use for this. Let me see. Is there anything specific or particular that I used in this magical hodgepodge? A bit of this. A bit of this. Oh yeah, this. I believe this was the main source that inspired the current shoulder design. Of course, I couldn't make it one-to-one. I added my own spin to it. But I think this is the closest thing to the actual inspiration. Yes, that is the inspiration juice. As evidenced by Telepathic Moose's talk show. Juice with the moose. Yeah, let me see if there's anything on the YouTube side I need to... No, oh yeah, I need to minimize this. Ah! Now you see the YouTube chat in triplicate. No. Right. Anything else? This one also, again, more Witcher concept fan art, but ultimately I think it was this that was the main thing that incepted the idea in my brain, and the rest of it is history. Yeah. Oh yeah, and this is more for the Bone Dolier type deals. Yeah, I'm glad to say that this... Oh yeah. This is ultimately what I eventually want my modeling to look like. Because I'm a very big Darksiders fan and really like the Darksiders aesthetic. Death. Chef's kiss on that guy. And if I can find it... Is it here? No, it's not here actually. It's a different concept. But ultimately, I am glad to say that this was more my insane visuals and fidelity rather than any one specific piece of concept art. Alright, let's close that out because I need the space. That mood board is so large. It is very, very large. I believe it is... Oh, not like half a gigabyte big. It is... I just look at beautiful concepts and I yoink them. Lots of them. Right. So, that's more than 4. It is 4, more than 4. I'm locked into my condition, so you're being banished to the unit tab. Oh well. It'll be like that, right? But yeah, thank you for looking and thank you for stopping by. It's been lovely chatting with you about this. Right, casual mode. Look at it. Isn't it? Hold on. Where's the zoom in button? I need to get the zoom in button. There's the zoom in button. It's much more, how do I describe it? Sensical? It is a lot more recognizable elements put together, where you have a little girdle and the sigils are a part of the coat, and it all blends together. And also when you add the casual mode, you actually take away the mythical style belt, and underneath my belt there is another smaller belt. So I still have the two belts, but it's just that it's a slightly tinier belt. He's unarmored, he's vulnerable. Cliche thugs, attack now. No, don't do that. Don't do that. But yes, it is a lot more... Yeah, it's just a lot more sensical now, and when you take the armor off, I basically look like a Jedi. This is a Jedi robe, and this is a story that the Jedi will tell you. Also, you can see that my glove is... the previous glove was two colors. This one is one color with armor above it. It's a lot more concise in terms of the material structuring, let's call it. Is an even thinner belt under the tinier? Yes! Yes, there actually is. The belt buckles are covering the actual belts that I tie the belt together with. So yes, there actually is, because we're doing threes. As you can tell with the model, there's a lot of 3 motifs going on. 3 for me, 3.0 Bowenthius. That's also why I felt very weird about calling this a 2.9 model, because it had so many 3 motifs on it and rules of 3s that I felt it inappropriate to call it anything other than my 3.0. Also, normal maps. Aren't they beautiful? Perfectly. Oh, that is very fatherless behavior right there. Allow me to compensate. Happy birthday! New model looks like... Thank you very much, J-Burp. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate the well wishes, and yes, I am very happy with the new model. It is my magnum opus. This is the absolute best model I've ever made in my 1-year career of Blender. Ever since I picked up Blender. I first made a gun, then I made the 2.0. Now I've made this beauty. And that is now me. Right. I will give you guys another round of words on stream because you won the previous one, so I can turn on the glow and switch the camera angle so we can examine the back. Yes. Now. And we are back! 2 feet, but this time from behind. Right, so, yeah, basic showcase of it. It's the same thing. Well, not the same thing as the front, but this is basically the side you'll probably almost never get to see. So you're seeing it here. Yes, we're back to the feet. The lighting is weird on the front because lighting, but yeah, here you go. Here's the back of the leg. And there's not much more to talk about the back of it here. Ooh. That is a... Oh yeah, another thing that I can't really showcase is the fact that the trench coat has jiggle bones. And as you can see here, they are very much active. And that is... I don't know if it's something I'm going to bother to fix, to be honest. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, of course. Ah, this is a thing that I've been... I will be fixing that. It's not the jiggle bones. It's weight painting, because weight painting is sin. Can make my... This new Bowenthius feature can make the ass clap. Anyway. Right, so the back actually does have a lot of pouches and things. These are leftover pouches from the 1.0. Of course, completely retextured, mind you. Do not clip that. Does the clip even work? It should work. But all of these are filled with bones, needless to say. It's bones. Yep, there it is. Thank you for capturing this moment, Del Tor. The moment of weight painting, because I don't really look at the back of the model. The weight painting is atrocious because it keeps going through things. This is a failure of me and my blending capabilities. I'll have to fix this. The weights are not supposed to be connected to the hands. This is a exclusive. Yeah, oh, I hate weight painting. I hate weight painting because it does this. It's horrible. Anyway, back. Ignoring that. Back. The bone trim goes all the way to the back of the model. Ass clapping will be known to all. Make it known. Make it... Speak my words and my wisdom across the ages. Do it. Do it now. I dare you. Anyway. So, bone spine on the back looks very nice. You got actual belts that are modeled and shiny and sheened, and then you've got the other belts which are separate and they don't clash because they're not so close to each other that you notice. It's beautiful. It's well done. I love it. I'm glad with it. I'm satisfied. Finally. Shadow Bowing hath gone evil. The darkness shall consume you. Right. So, the piece of the resistance to the fact that this is a part that I spent a week on that shall never be seen by anybody outside of this moment is this. Is the fact that the back of my Jedi robe has a beautiful little ram skull mural, which, again, I spend a lot of time devising this concept and design and changing it and editing it and so on and so forth. And it's basically a lovely little Easter egg whenever somebody does the spin. Biblically accurate ram skull. That's a very good descriptor of it, yes. It's not a bug. It's definitely a bug. I refuse to have that be a feature. It's still, unfortunately, a feature. I hate it. I hate it. Anyway, moving on. So yeah, this is something that it's like a very special combo thing. So if you do the casual outfit and then do the spin, you'll basically see the back of this for a split second, which I think is very cool. Don't you? Thank you for stopping by, Kamink. Hello. It's my birthday. I'm covered in darkness and shadows. Yes, here it is. Full thing. Woo. Did I even do anything? I was kind of already spinning. I think the spins are broken at this point. Going Shadow Persona mode in Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria. I am absolutely a legend. A glowy osteomantic god. But yes, that's the long and short of it. Let me quickly beep boop for a second. And we're back, and the lighting's proper now, so... Yes. So yes, this is the new model. Ain't it beautiful? Full thing. You went shadow mode and now monologuing about being a god. I am turning absolutely evil. Or was I always evil to begin with and you never noticed? Who knows? I don't know. I'm still on the path of discovering myself. And who that is might be influenced in no small part by all of you. Who knows? Maybe this new model is a reflection of all the experiences I've had with my beautiful scions and my community. Yeah, the Hubers can definitely come to me. You're all facets of my personality. Amazing work with the new model. Thank you. I made it myself. That's another thing that I can say that I do. I made it myself. The fingers, the hands, the face, all other synonyms for hands. I was so happy with the 2.0 because it meant that I'd never used a model made by somebody else as a basis. And now, like, that is so far gone. And it's just... Oh yeah, there's another lovely texture where I kept the diamond pattern on the inside of my hood because it looks cool, but I couldn't be arsed to have it be here because that was too much work to do it in 3D, so I decided to just make it simpler. Also, look at that. There's another little skull motif. Less ram skull and more just a skull, but hey, skulls and bones. That's what I'm all about. Oh yeah, we do have daily bones. That is a thing that is in the Bowenthius household. The Bowenthius Baron household. Lower part of the leg, the lowest part. Where I said your model looks sick, it looks healthy. It is extremely healthy to finally be done with models at long last. So another thing that I was insecure about was the fact that people were making such beautiful fan art of me, and I kept changing my model every 10 seconds, so I basically kept unintentionally making people make off-base fan art of me. But now all that is kind of a thing of the past, because this is the definitive look. This is it. This is the one. This will be what I look like for a long while at least, because this was a very big Herculean task. If we pretend that the 2.0 and the 3.0 were one model, that took me almost a year to make it. It took me almost a year to make my face. That's a very long time to dedicate to a non-profit vanity project. So I need to quit. I need to quit while I'm ahead, and I'm very ahead now. Yes, everybody get your daily bones. The beautiful daily bones. Aren't they wonderful? You get a little bone fact that describes bones. Like collarbones. And others, like the ones on my armor. They're all custom built with Osteomancer. Because I'm a wizard. Can you tell that I'm a wizard? A wizard with a mismatched... There it is. There. Bah. I will figure this out. I figured it out. It's been figured. Yeah. It's been figured out. So yes, the whole thing fits. And it's all beautiful and shiny and glowy and sensical. And that's it. I'm so glad to finally be in this part of the Bowenthius story where I'm post 3.0. I can finally get back to streaming. Speaking of, we've got a lot of content releases to cover today. But I'm trying to think, well, before I go to the content releases, what's the stats? Which stat? Hold my... Now what will hold my shoulders up? Yes. Bones. I mean, you're not stealing your own bones, you're creating new ones. This is... the Bowenthius Incorporated does not steal bones, allegedly. We only create bones. This is a place of creation, not a place of thievery. What's the stats for the sword? Well, you see, this is a hilt, and these are sigils, and these are magic yeah, my face stopped going. These are magic funny sigils, that I put on there so I can keep the Osteomancer in further control. I can control bones at my leisure, but sometimes there's a bit of interference and static. So these are basically Wi-Fi booster signals. That's the lore. That's what these are. The statistics of this is plus 10... Like, it has a special ability modifier called Osteomantic Telekinesis. What else does it do? It chops like... It's very sharp. The thing about having actual stats on this weapon is that they need to be within the context of something. And I don't really have a context because the Bowenthius game doesn't exist yet. Not yet, anyway. But I'd probably compare this to like an epic tier loot item or legendary. I mean, it's very much outside of the norm of a regular broadsword. So, reckon sword stats would be very jacked up. Gay. You can? What are your skills? Please do share, and this is serious. I am looking for people. If you have any talents related to game development, please drop me DMs at Bowenthius. I am actually interested. That was actually going to be one of my announcements for the content releases. YouTube chat, what are you talking about? You should, but it'll take a while. It will take a very long time. Game development is very difficult. Anyway, content. So, oh yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else about the 3.0 that I should talk about. The model is a lot more optimized. It's no longer using 4K textures, it's using 2K textures. And less of them. Even though it looks even more detailed than before. That's because I kind of know what I'm doing better than what I did for the 2.0. So, overall better. Content releases. Starting with... Let me see what we're starting with. So... I am fully back into the content creating sphere. I will be streaming again. I will be doing VGen again. Oh boy. Why the hell did that... Held the message. Smart detection. That's stupid. Game Maker, Unreal Engine, Scratch, no various languages. My game design is unparalleled. If you're really interested, I'll DM. If you do programming, you're hired. We'll talk about it later. But that's good. If you do programming, that's good. We will talk about that. Gotta go for vampire shenanigans, but I'm glad to have you back. Cool work with me. Thank you for being here, Urilla. Good luck with the vampire shenanigans. Take care. And farewell. Ha! Sword plus extra 25% magic damage, 38% physical damage, plus 2 to dislocation skill. Can take my bones in service of making sick-ass weapons and armor. 30 fire damage. I mean, it is a very hot blade. I steal plenty here. I've stolen your attention many times before. You have indeed, oh Skull. You have indeed. Hit somebody hard enough and their skeleton will escape. It's the skeleton freedom sword. It does a cool thing where it goes inside you and kills you. That's what most swords do, I believe. Fella does a bit of bit in Unreal. I am familiar. Game development. It's a lovely thing. Right, content releases. Okay, so yeah, VGen, starting that back up again. Technically, you can commission me for being a voice actor on VGen. You can commission me for voice actor work, but my video is old, and I would like to do it with current model and current voice, because I feel like it's kind of different from the previous voice. At the very least, I like yapping and voice acting, so I'll just redo it. So... that. So yes, I'm gonna remake this video. This is the thumbnail for it. That's future content releases. It'll happen next month. I was gonna promise it next week, but then things came up and I realized I can't make promises. So, not making promises, but it will be released in the fullness of time. So I'm remaking my video and I'm doing that. But you can hire me on VGen as a voice actor. Again, I've started it back up again. It's open again because my voice is recovered and everything is all Gucci gang. When Sword Out is out, he becomes a voice hacker. Yes, I hack the vocal cords of all would-be assailants. All my swords just shoot lasers. I do have a wand for that. I do have a wand for that. It is the base of the sword. Without the Osteomancer, it's kind of like in its, like, compacted form. So this kind of doubles as a wand. Also a sharp bludgeon. Gucci gang, Gucci gang. Congrats on the recovery. Thank you very much. Ah, it's so good to be back and recovered. I can finally do things again. Right. What was I talking about? I forget. Oh, yes. New content. So, in addition to starting VGen back up again for voice acting services, I'm also going to release this. The Bowenthius Announcer Pack. You see the little you see the little megaphone? I think it's called a megaphone. I don't know. I yoinked the picture from somewhere. Don't tell people though. Anyway, Bowenthius Announcer Pack. What the hell is a Bowenthius Announcer Pack? I thought about the notion of having a pack of possibly hundreds of voice lines for people's streams where they could just use my voice to say hello, goodbye, thank you for the lurk, thank you for the bits, thank you for the subscription, all those beautiful voice lines, and it'll feature hundreds of different variations and different sound bites of yours truly, and it will all culminate into a Bowenthius Announcer Pack available on Ko-Fi for the low price of it's free. It's just free. Just if you want it, use it. It's free. Just credit me, and that's it. I love voice acting. I love doing it. I'm just releasing this for the people because I've had an idea about a way for me to give back to the community, and this feels like a really fun way to do it because I love voice acting, so might as well do one. So, Bowenthius Announcer Pack. That will happen soon. Eventually. Next month, I hope. Maybe. I don't know. We'll find out. Voicing things doesn't take a long while, but if it's 600 lines, it might. So I'll get back onto it. Like I said, I was expecting to promise this next week, but I can't because I haven't even started and I need to make a script first and all that stuff. So, yes, I can announce it. That is a thing that I will be working on and will be on Ko-Fi for free and available to the public. And if you credit me, I will appreciate it greatly. But yes, that's a thing. So yeah, that's the other announcement that I'm doing. So those are the big content releases, starting VGen back up again for voice acting, redoing the video, and Bowenthius Announcer Pack if you want me in your streams as a soundbite for things. Potentially, probably, maybe, I don't know. But yes, those are the big things. The less big things are all the things surrounding my streams. There's one line that's just, the women love Elias J. Dodger, and it's literally for nobody else but me, confusing everyone else deeply. I'm gonna have that line in there just for you. Just randomly just for you. I will redeem that plenty. There's a secret voice line. How'd you find it? Yeah, I don't know if it's possible to make a TTS using my voice. It probably is because of AI generative models, large language models, stealing voices and training data on them and so on and so forth. So that's probably a thing you can do. But I don't know if I can program a TTS, text-to-speech thing. So not promising that because I can't do that. But I can do voice lines and record them and give them in an appropriate format. So, just to clarify, the Bowenthius voice pack is not going to be a thing that I have as a redeem on my stream. It's just going to be a thing that I have on Ko-Fi, and if people want to use it, they can download it for free, and that's all good and well and such. Right, next thing. To-do list. Yes, this is the thing. Right. So, with regards to the stream, there are, as you've noticed, a lot of scuff and a lot of things that I need to fix because I haven't been streaming for 4 months, and in that time, literally every piece of software that I used to use for streaming has gone through updates. Some updates breaking my everything. Let me see if this entire time my audio has been broken. No. But it probably will be. Anyway. So I've decided to make a list of things in a non-specific order that I will get to in the eventual fullness of time. Like I mentioned, all the props are going to be taken up to 3.0 standard quality. As Oskull mentioned, I will also be changing my icon to my 3.0 variant as soon as I make that. Again, I didn't have enough time to make it, but it will be made. So yes, all the props, the pirate hat, I will have other hats as well. The glasses are, I can turn the glasses back on actually. Oh yeah, Iriel is no longer here, so this is in memoriam to the request Iriel made for the epic glasses. So, better late than never, I suppose. There they are. Happens if you pirate now, nothing happens because I've disabled it, and it will remain disabled for the remainder of this stream because I hate fun. No, it's just that I want to get the official announcements out of the way, and that will get in the way of that, so we're keeping it disabled for this stream. But you can do pirate voices starting next stream, which will be on Wednesday, April 1st. That's a fun date. Anyway. So, all the props, the pirate hat, the mug, the glasses are already, like, they're already stylized, so they're already done, so I don't need to touch those. So yeah, it's basically the pirate hat and the mug that will have to be remodeled, and I will get around to that eventually, as soon as I calm down, because this has been a very... this month has been an extremely busy month for me because I wasn't done with the textures on this at the beginning of this month, and it took me the entire month working on and off to get it to be done in time for today because I wanted to get it done for today because today's my birthday. I must have something planned for April 1st. Yes, a stream! I just said. And nothing else. All the props. Music playlist with now playing widget. Right, so you noticed at the beginning of the stream I had a little bit more of a flair and a bit more rock and roll metal screaming vibes to my start screen. That was basically a tease for the music playlist feature, which will basically be one sec. Right. I'm gonna make a music playlist on YouTube with all of the songs that I will be using for my stream because I have unaffiliated and I am not affiliated on YouTube and I never will be for reasons I will explain later. But my point is that what are they gonna do? Take my monetization away? What monetization? I'm doing this as a hobby for free out of the goodness of my soul because I like doing it. I am not expecting to be paid for this. So they can't harm me because I'm not financially dependent on this shit. So if they copyright claim my music and take my monetization away, there's nothing to take. So as such, I'm just gonna have whatever the hell music I fancy. So I'm gonna make a full playlist of all the songs that I like that are probably taken up by big musical industries and so on and so forth, and they're gonna try to come for my money, but they will find out that my coffers are empty and that there is nothing to steal. Oh yeah, see? Accidentally, as if on cue, the song started back up again. So this is one of the many songs. I love Death Battle, and they have a lot of really good songs on Death Battle. So expect music like this, and it's gonna have a little widget somewhere on the screen that tells you which song is playing and the name of the song. Virtuality Indestructible. That's probably gonna be another song that's gonna be on there. Indestructible by Disturbed. Ah, delightful. But yes, I have a very deep love for music, and I will express that love with the song playlist that I will make. With the now playing widget, if you want to know which song is currently playing, it will be showcased, so that'll be a thing soon. That'll be a thing soon. So that's the thing that I ultimately wanted to get to it and have it be done for this stream, but not enough time. Too busy, couldn't do it. Had to fiddle around with my model for 12 hours, and as you can see based on my butt flaps, it's still not functioning properly. So I'll have to go back and fix that. But hey, we discovered that together on stream instead of me. Can you also sing with that incredible voice of yours? No. I do like singing, but a karaoke stream was something that I did as a stretch goal, but we never reached that stretch goal. So, maybe someday in the future, who knows? I am not adverse to singing, but it'll have to be on a special occasion. I am not planning to make it into my thing. My thing is yapping. As you can see, for the last 2 hours, I've been doing that quite well. Bribe him to do it! That is Actually, if I will have to be honest, that is a way to do it if you bribe me enough. So, if you want to see me sing, you're gonna have to fork over some Ko-Fi money. And the good thing about Ko-Fi money is that I think 99 or 95% or 100% of all your money goes to me, as opposed to Twitch pocketing 50% of it. That's why I'm not affiliated. Because I don't want to affiliate with scams. Well, it's not really a scam. That's not necessarily my belief and opinion. It's just that it's ludicrous to me because I'm a tiny little fledgling. And, well, I am of the opinion that I think a fair amount to charge as a platform is 30%. You know who charges 30%? Steam. They seem to be doing quite well for themselves. Anyway. I love this song. Can you tell that I love this song? I used it as an intro. See, I'm too shy to sing it right now, but someday in the future. Anyway, content releases. So, update the Streamloots. Yeah, my old cards are still the 1.0 visuals, so I will get around to updating that eventually, maybe. I love you. Thank you. I use the exact same face tracking as Refmani with the iPhone. I actually had that as a Ko-Fi donation goal, and you guys managed to give me enough money so I could afford the iPhone tracking. I had web camera tracking before, which was kind of bad. It wasn't kind of... It was good. It had a bigger field of view, so it didn't lose tracking like this one. This is a 2.0 feature, by the way. I made it so that when you lose the tracking, the goo... The iconic Bowenthius goo goes away. Also, I completely forgot, I also went through a re-debut since we last met. It's Ulmer. We played in Vtuber Strive Tournament a while ago, if you remember. I recall the fact that you were a name that I do not recognize, so I assumed that you were somebody that I knew as a different name. And it was eventually going to come back to me, but it never did, so I kind of just went with it. I will look into that because I do follow you. So, you are definitely somebody that existed within this sphere. And I am a visual guy, and I remember by face, so I do not remember by name. So I do apologize, but I did connect some of the dots. But thank you for pointing that out for the rest of the audience as well. Would you rather spend my money on the creator rather than Twitch or YouTube? Yes, that's exactly my logic for it, which is why I went. I'd rather, because I noticed over the course of me becoming unaffiliated and having my affiliations being Ko-Fi, is that people don't really do that all that often because it's less convenient. With Twitch, you literally have the buttons under the stream, and it's really easy, and it's already built in, and it's really convenient, and that convenience pushes people to do it, at all. So, with the Ko-Fi being slightly further down and being slightly more finicky and trickier to do, it's more complicated, but it's fine. I will take that trade. I would rather receive 0 donations than receive a bunch of donations where some guy that rents out entire countries gets to keep half of your money. So, it's just that it's been so I completely forgot it myself. It is what it's like. Redefining yourself and changing names and all that can be quite tricky. I remember when I had to go through that myself. Gotta enjoy my weekend with friends. Rare grass touching moment. It was nice meeting you at last. Thank you for being here, Vandor. It was very nice to have your company and acquaintance for the duration of the stream. So thank you very much for being here, and I wish you a lovely rest of your day. Have fun with the grass. Bowden Goop, he'll remember. I will remember eventually. Really long stretch goal. Buy Bowen a country. Yes, that is the ultimate stretch goal. Buy me a plot of land. Ko-Fi is interesting. I've not done anything affiliate related yet for other reasons, and this does sound like a good alternative. So, the thing that I discovered over the course of my streaming career is that I enjoy streaming. I enjoy the company that it generates. I enjoy the people here. All of you are lovely, and I would not be doing this were it not for all of you. But I enjoy doing it as a hobby, because doing it as a full-time job where you have to wake up, stream, go to bed, and do it like 5, 6, 7 times a day and a week and all that, it just is so exhausting. And even though it's just you sitting in front of a screen playing games, it is a form of taxation on the psyche that I cannot cope with for more than 4 hours at a time, and streamers stream for like 4 hours is the absolute minimum according to some people's philosophy. Some people stream for 8 hours, 12 hours, 24-hour streams, subathons, all that. It is insanity to me, and it is not something that I could feasibly do as a full-time career. So I had the ultimate and hard decision that I realized that I'm not going to make this into a career, but I like it as a hobby, so I'm going to keep it as a hobby. So with that in mind, I don't think I should be paying for a hobby, and I don't think you should be paying for a hobby. Hobbies, I think, should be inherently not necessarily fully free, but it should be one-time investments and all that, and mostly time investments. At least that's my philosophy on the matter. So as such, if you want to pay me, you get to pay me. If you don't, that's okay too. I'll be streaming here regardless. If you want to see, like, I basically go, trying to figure out what I'm saying with all this rambling can get difficult at times. Let me finish talking about the to-do list, and then I'll go back to my tangent. So, new hats, probably a cowboy hat, probably gonna make that. New backgrounds, yes, the Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria is gonna be going away, and I'm going to have a new what's it called? New UI, user interface, the graphical interface for my gaming screen. That's gonna get updated. And I'm also going to have people's beautiful fan art, because I've actually got a whole folder filled with a lot of fan art. Somebody even made a crochet doll of me, and I find that absolutely adorable, so I want to respect that by having it be on my BRB screen. So I'm gonna put that there with credits. So that's going to be a new thing that I will get to finishing to working on eventually in the fullness of time. So all of these things will be done in the fullness of time in a non-specific order. So expect all of these things to happen in the future of Bowenthius Incorporated. Anyway, closing this so I can have my funny little hands. I don't know how people can stream longer than 4 hours. Some people do be like that. I know of a VTuber group that's 2 people streaming simultaneously, and they kind of take turns and take shifts. So that's how they manage to stream for 12 hours. And also, they do this lovely thing where instead of ending the stream and going to eat, they continue the screen and just have an empty screen for however long it takes them to eat, and then they come back, which is not something that I will do for my own streams personally, because I don't like I feel like the BRB screen breaks the flow enough as it is, which is also another reason why I unaffiliated, because having to pause whatever the hell I'm doing every hour for 3 minutes really broke up my flow and annoyed the hell out of me. So that's another reason why I unaffiliated. Anyway, catching up. Ko-fi, same great fun hobby I'd rather work on, but I'd rather work a normal day job. Yeah, exactly. Normal day job. Well, I tried working a normal day job. I send in my applications. They decline. They do not want somebody like me. I guess the problem with me is that it says magical abomination on my passport, so nobody actually wants to hire me. So I decided to hire myself, and I take commissions through VGen, which is my literal main source of income. Which was a thing that I wanted to breach before with my rambling, was that I will put effort into everything, but money is an excellent motivator, because even though I do not care for money, money is a thing that you unfortunately need to pay bills and stay alive and procure food and all that stuff. Pay housing taxes, because apparently being bored into a giant hole doesn't mean you get to stop paying taxes. So unfortunately, money is not a thing I want, money is a thing that I need in order to stay alive. And to continue living in the comforts that I currently live in. So, it's not something that I desire, but it's something that is required. And as such, I put in the most effort into the things that pay me the most, which unfortunately currently is VGen. Or fortunately. I don't know. It's difficult to talk about money without coming off as an entitled jackass. I love it. Anyway, point being, I forgot what the point was. Trying to do more voice acting in my streams, and hydration has been so vital that I had to look at just hydration is extremely important, and I have been drinking a lot. That's a caffeine monster. But oh right, streaming longer for than 2 hours. That is magical abomination just another way to say neurodivergent? It can be if you want it to be. Oh yes. You actually reminded me. That was my old passport. The new passport says osteomorph because they finally figured out what to classify me as. So, osteomorph. The magical abomination was the old passport. Thank you for reminding me. The old one was expired and they gave me a new one. But osteomorph. But yeah, sure. Neurodivergence. I mean, not diagnosed officially, but probably something going on in this empty noggin. Something unusual and diverse in the neurotic sense. I don't know. Content releases. So, remaking the voice acting video, Bowenthius announcer pack. I keep losing my train of thought. I keep derailing myself over and over again. I had a point regarding financial stability and security. Oh yes. I choose to stream because I want to as a hobby and because I value the people that are dedicating their time to me in here. And it's not for financial compensation or trying to make it into a career. It started out as trying to make it into a career, but then I realized that streaming is very exhausting and taxing for me, so I decided not to. Because I think the ultimate conclusion that I reached with myself is that if I took streaming as a career, I would be miserable. So I'm not doing that. That's my point. That was my point. There we go. Point said. I could move on now. That was my point. If stream full-time career would miserable. So because not miserable. Probably. I mean, you're always going to be. You're always going to find things to be miserable about. It's all, what matters the most is perspective. And figuring out how to look at things in such a way that makes you not miserable. Because if you try hard enough, you'll be miserable even if you're a millionaire. As we see evidenced by the current state of the world. I remember you doing Elden Ring streams in the past. Did you manage to finish Miku run before the hiatus? The beautiful, beautiful Hatsunga Bunga run. Yes, I did. I did the full DLC, and it is my most streamed game to date. 150 hours, and... Yeah, that. Thank you for reminding me of that, Oscal. I don't know if it was audible on stream, but it was audible to me. Yes, the mighty Miku Miku Mortis. Yeah, yeah, it's very loud. It's very loud. It didn't make me jump, but it surprised me, because I keep forgetting that's a thing that Oscar remembers because of our iconic time together in Elden Ring with the goddess of fire, Hatsune Miku. But yes, I finished the DLC. It was hell, and then I was not really fed up, but I was exhausted and tired of it, so I just, because it was level 200 and something, I just finished the rest and the end of the story really quickly. And I did finish it, yes. But it's been at least half a year since I finished it, so I'm kind of feeling like starting Elden Ring back up again. This time with mods, because there's like a there's a full recreation and rebalance mod pack. Thank you, Leo Grimm. Thank you for the well wishes. Thank you for stopping by. It's very much appreciated. But yes, Elden Ring might be on the horizon again, this time with mods. I don't know, it's just I had a very bad experience streaming Night Rain because that crashed my system 50 million times over and it was horrible. And I kind of feel like the base Elden Ring will do that with mods, so I will... there's a pin on that. There's a pin. There's a pin. Hi, I'm a mod. I crack myself up. Yes, you do. You are a mod. I'm talking about modifications. You're a mod-orator. Any birthday plans today other than streaming? Fix. Well, not. Probably going out for bowling, I would imagine, kind of thematically fitting in with the Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria type shtick I've got going on in the background. So, bowling in a restaurant, probably. It would be nice. Haven't done bowling in a while, so probably do that with friends to treat myself. So, where was I? Oh yes, the main focal point for me today is this stream and finishing it and getting it all done and dusted and ready and Freddy. Also fixing, the minute I finish stream, I'm immediately going back into Blender to fix that weight painting in the back because I had to do some last minute alterations and edits to the model. You go bowling, do you turn from Bowenthius into Bowenthius? I do not use my head as a bowling ball, good sir. That would be very uncouth. I use the regular provided balls because even though I'm getting better at osteomancy and manipulating bone materials, I still cannot make a perfect round, solid sphere. It's always going to be rough around the edges somewhere. It's going to be imperfect. So, not doing that. Can't make a bowling ball yet. I can make these things. You can see I do. I have a lot of sharp edges. The bow in Bowenthius stands for bowling. Do not quote me on that. Hardo Skull. 2026. I'm imagining bowling ball shaped bones. I could do that. Yeah, I could make bowling pins, but I can't make a perfectly round, smooth ball. Unfortunately, that is outside of my current ability and prerogative. There we go. Fix that. Uses the bones that are hidden in every bowling ball to control. Yeah, I can do that. I could basically put bones in the holes and control it, but that's cheating. That's cheating. Don't want to do that. But yes, the content releases, those are the two things that I'm planning. Oh yes, another thing that I can announce is that eventually, again in the fullness of time, I will be renaming my YouTube channel that I'm currently streaming simulcasting on. Hello. What is Elden Ring for young people? I don't know, you tell me. I watch streamer like 10-12 games, like they stop once every few hours, but not really. We will take your money. What money? Exactly. They can't rob you if you have nothing of value to steal, at least in terms of paper currency, or coins, or schmeckles, or what have you. Rename? Yes, I am renaming this channel to Bowenthius Vlogs or something like that, and I'm gonna make a new YouTube channel. Eventually, this will probably happen at the tail end of this year. Expect this around third quarter, Q3 of 2026, or Q4. Because before that, I will be trying my hand at making a video game. And I will be doing a Kickstarter for that video game, and hopefully it'll get funded, and going back into the subject of making money. I am not great at making money, so I'm trying to figure out ways to make money. So I'm gonna try my hand, basically this is my Hail Mary, where I'm gonna devote myself for months on end to make a game demo, and that demo will be attached to a Kickstarter, and hopefully that Kickstarter will be successful, so I can have money to make a game, which will then start a career in doing that. And if not, then I will... Anyway, so that's on the board, and I will immediately start doing it this month. So, game! Deltor is very well aware of this. But yes, that is a thing that I'm planning to do, so expect me announce game demo. The Steam Next Fest, and my deadline that I'm trying to hit will be the 15th of June. So, summer! So hopefully I'll have the demo and the Kickstarter out by then. So that is you are aware of many things. So that is a thing that I will be actively working towards doing, so... That is what I will be doing instead of streaming every day. I will be trying to make projects. I have VGen where you can get me on as a voice actor, as a 3D modeler, as a Discord server administrator. And those are the things that have so far gotten me the most amount of money, so I will focus on those things and keep and relegate streaming as the hobby, which is what it has been, but I have been inconsistent with it. Oh yeah, also to shoehorn in the reason why I'll be separating my two channels, I'll be making a second channel and turning this into Bowenthius VODs, is because I want to make a brand new channel so the algorithm can be satisfied finally, and I'll be putting only videos on that, and it's basically just going to be me yapping about games. It is essentially going to be me retelling the stories of games, or telling my stories of my experiences in those games. It's going to be kind of like, you know, Vlati Video, who does videos about the lore of Elden Ring. It's kind of going to be like in that format, but it's going to be about all games, and it's just going to be a short summary of the game as I experienced it. So if the game doesn't work out, that is my next idea that I will have in terms of content creation. All hail the algorithm. I hate the algorithm, but hey. But yes, that is what I'm planning to make if the game doesn't pan out. Or if the game pans out, I'll make that anyway. It's just something that I've always wanted to do. I wanted to be a talking head like Jaden Animations and all those other YouTube channels that basically just have an avatar and they just yap about any given topic. And I want to do that too. So I'll be doing that eventually. And when I do that, I'll be splitting the channel, and this will be Bowenthius VODs, and then the new channel will just be Bowenthius, I think. I remember having a different name for it, but... Anyway. Oh, I actually got ahead of myself, and the to-do list was in the next phase, but oh well. Anyway. I guess I'll just yap about everything and anything and everything all of the time. Right, so let's just put this on schedule and to-dos. Schedule! Where's my schedule? Schedule! Here's the schedule! The schedule is every Wednesday. Ha! The schedule is... I used to have a schedule in the 2.0 and the 1.0 era, where I had a sporadic thing where I tried to be concise, but I ended up having to skip and cancel and switch and not do as many as I wanted to, or as many as I hoped, and it was a mess. So this time, I'm going to try streaming once a week at a specific time every single week, and hopefully that will get me consistent enough to do it. And if I manage to do it, I might expand into 2 days. But for now, I'm going to start off with just every Wednesday. That should be enough of a palate cleanser. Like, you won't get sick of me because I'm streaming every single day, but you won't forget about me because I'm technically still streaming at least once a week. That is the plan. So that is the schedule, and that is what we're going to be doing, starting with next week with April 1st, which just happens to be a Wednesday. Coincidentally. Did I mention that my goo is now local and moves independent of my head movements? I really like that effect. It's really cool. It is going to be the Day of Fools. Where was I? Who was I? What was I? Schedule. Love that it's easy. Yes, exactly. It's simple to remember. Wednesday, 12 p.m. 12 a.m. GMT, DST, UTC +0. The British time, and then 1 p.m. +1 or +2, because now, starting today, we're in summertime. We're in CEST now. We're in, well, your region isn't, wherever you are is your specific time zone. And other people are in CEST. Bad at remembering things. That's okay. I have, speaking of pings, did my Discord actually ping when I went live? Yes it did. Good. What else do I have to say about this? Yeah, stream schedule once a week. Hopefully I can manage it without any cancellations or any problems. That is my plan, that is my desire, that is my wish, that is my need. So hopefully that'll happen. That will get pinned on the blue sky later today or tomorrow. I will be slowly jamming out all of the things that we talked about. I haven't had time to make the reference sheet for myself for the 3.0 for today, but that is also coming along. I'll have to do a proper ArtStation post, which is a thing I didn't do for the 2.0. because I wasn't satisfied with it, so I will be making that as well. That is actually in the content releases. I'll be releasing my full reference sheet for my 3.0 in addition to extra shots and things on ArtStation. So look forward to that. Don't have a thumbnail for that because I, again, didn't have time to make it. So that's that. To-do list. Already went through this. All the things are going to be updated. My icons are going to be updated. The UI is going to be updated. The background, I'm going to get a new background. The poses. Oh, yes. The new background is going to basically feature me sitting in a chair like a normal person, which will hopefully look fine. Probably a bone throne. I haven't conceptualized the thing yet. There will be big stone statues of it, I can tell you that much. It will happen in the fullness of time eventually. It's on the list, it's on the to-dos. And those are the big things that I can talk about in terms of content releases. Remaking the VGen video, Bowenthius announcer pack, working on a video game which will be announced eventually in the fullness of time with the desire to have it be out by the Steam Next Fest in June. And then YouTube channel with talking head content, let's call it. So those are all of the gifts that I can give you for my birthday presently. Expect the next stream April 1st at 1 p.m. CST. On Wednesdays, the Bowenthy Wednesdays. Like a normal person. As normal as an osteomorph can be, yes, exactly. I am trying to be a normal person, but it is very hard to be a normal person when you control bones and do not respect the texture of human skin. Don't like it. Not a fan. I like this face more. Also, the horns are of my original visage, which was a ram skull, which is why that is my ocean mark. So it is, again, another memento mori and mark of solidarity. Bow is better than normal. I'm glad. I appreciate the gesture. So I think I have finally managed to exhaust everything that I wanted to talk about today. That is more or less the long and short of it. I guess I went to... Oh yeah, I can talk about the music playlist more. My current playlist features music that I personally asked the musician for permission from. Ryu Akito and Dimitron are my dedicated sound guys whom I asked for permission and have generously donated their... essentially allowed me to use their music because when being affiliate and wanting to have a YouTube channel that was monetized, I had high hopes that it would be an issue for people to copyright claim my videos and steal my monetization, but I never made it that far. So there's literally no point anymore, so I'm just gonna play whatever the hell songs I want. Quoting is a very cool machine, man. Humility gets in the way of self-belief. Oh, quoting a very cool machine. Sorry. Quoting a very cool machine, man. Humility gets in the way of self-belief. Oh, I get it. I don't know who that's quoting. Is it... It's not Delta. No. I don't know what that's quoting, but I understand what the quote means. And yes, that does make sense. It is difficult to be yourself and also be humble. Because it kind of... it is a compartment of shame. Belisarius Call. It's a Warhammer thing. Oh. Oh. Noted. Right. Anything I'm going to rack my brain around anything else that I may potentially have missed. That is the wrong thing. That is the wrong thing. I will... here. Oh yeah, I was going over the to-do list in detail. 3.0 standard, music playlist, got long and short on the apps for that. Update the Streamloots. With regards to updating the Streamloots, it's not been getting used all that much, so it's probably more on that. Oh yeah, that was my point regarding to... I was going to say I go where the money goes, but if that was true, I wouldn't be streaming, and I probably would have been more keen to find my job. But the reality is, I go where I'm happy. And that's why I'm here. And that's why I'm on VGen. And that's why I hope that eventually I'll have enough funds to be able to sustain myself. Through my own means, by my own will. That's what this is all about. With that in mind, because Streamloots, I'll either try to shill Streamloots more, or I will kind of abandon it. We'll see where the pendulum swings on that one, but ultimately the cards are still themed around the 1.5 release, so I will have to update them with my new face! My new scarred face, because I'm damaged. You know that I'm damaged? Yes. New hats, cowboy hat, top hat, probably, monocle, maybe, potentially. New backgrounds and poses, yep, that's gonna be happening eventually, because my old background, which, speaking of, I can switch back to the old background. We're done with Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria at this point. This is me singing now. There we go. We're back to the old background. Careful, you might want to summon Jared Leto's Joker. I might. That's another thing that I will hopefully try to address and get better at in the future, is the fact that I immediately forget what I'm saying the moment it leaves my mouth. And due to even if you have the absolutely best and possible setup and internet connection, it is still impossible to not have a delay on your stream. So when somebody replies to whatever the hell it is you're saying, or like adds a quip to whatever it is you're saying, I've already forgotten what I've said. So I read messages with zero context, even though I am the context. It's a very weird phenomenon I'd like to refer to as streamer brain. Do not mention the word pendulum near an old school Yu-Gi-Oh player. But I did, though. I'm sorry for triggering your post-traumatic stress disorder. Okay, ain't that cool? Damaged on the head. Yes, there's a very poignant reason why that scar is where it is and not anywhere else. So yeah, that's basically long and short of it. TLDR, I'm back, baby! Anything else left to mention? I think I've said everything. I'm gonna try to rack my brain whether or not I forgot anything. There's a lot of detail that gets missed by in the nuance that is streaming, because I'm active and current, and this is in the moment, and I can't think of things in the moment. I'm mostly a pre- and afterthought guy. What else is there? Not much, really. It's me, I'm back. I have a new model. It's here. Look at it. It's beautiful, isn't it? We've been yapping for 3 hours now. Well, 2.5. I was hoping I'd get to the 3-hour mark, but look, based on the fact that I've run out of things to say and I'm filling out my words for time, showcases the fact very clearly. I mentioned the game thing. I mentioned the YouTube channel thing. Yeah, that's all the thing. Get to know what your game will be about. Totally not curious, absolutely. It'll be about a bike. An individual of nondescript gender riding the bike. And they'll deliver packages. It'll be during the night. Now, that's actually a good teaser that I can talk about. That's what the game's going to be about. It's going to be, like... Actually, that's a bit too much information. But yes, that's what it's going to be about. What games do you have planned for later streams? Yeah, that's a good point. Thank you, Killshot, for giving me things to talk about. So, next stream that's happening on April 1st, we will be continuing what the hell was it called? The story of the life and suffering of Sir Brandt. Remember when I was playing that last year? The story about the guy who has multiple lives and got beaten to death by his horribly abusive grandfather, and all the choices that he makes in that adventure. We're continuing that. Hopefully there's going to be a catch-up so I, alongside you guys, can refresh our collective memories regarding what happens in that. But I do plan on streaming that next week and continuing the story from where we left it off. So yes, that's what we'll be doing next week. The life and suffering of Sir Brandt. Also, they have a... what's it called? A sequel. They made a sequel for that game. And I'll probably play that as well. What's it called? I forget. The Life and Suffering of Prince Jerian. That's it. I think they have a Kickstarter out. Not sponsored again, by the way. But if that goes well and comes out, I'll probably play that as well. Feeling the Gintama. Is it Gintama or Gintama? I'm gonna say Gintama. Literally, it's as certainly quite it probably is. It's probably going to feature a lot more suffering in the life of Sir Brante. But yes, that's what we'll be continuing next week. I was thinking about actually streaming games now, but I feel like all of this is enough on its own, and I want to slowly get back into it, not go from 0 to 100 and crunch myself into burnout immediately on the first stream of the year. So the thing that I need to learn about everything that I do is moderation and not going overboard. Unfortunately, I failed in that aspect, considering this is my 3.0 over the span of less than a year, but this is the definitive look now, so this will be my model for the foreseeable future. There will be a 4.0 in the fullness of time eventually, because like I said, I want to look like a Darksiders character, and I haven't been able to reach that model fidelity yet. So eventually, someday, but not today, because my skill level in Blender is not there. It's here. This is my skill level in Blender, and this is what we have. And this is good enough, and we'll work with it and live with it. Moderation, never heard of it. Neither have I, but I'm learning, I'm trying. I've been reading a lot of self-help books. A thing that I decided to resolve within myself for the new year is to read more. So I've been reading a bunch of self-help books about dopamine nations and how to let go, the 12-step program to figuring out how to be a happier and more well-adjusted individual, as written by human beings, probably. So I've been doing that, and it's been quite an eye-opening experience for me. I feel a lot less depressed now and a lot more in tune with a positive and salubrious perspective. So, I think that's a good note to leave it on. Shall we continue the words on stream until the inevitable end so that we can conclude that story in this stream, and then we can head off and raid into whoever happens to be on at the time? Let's do that. Words on stream. Hold on. Let's check the final score. I was too quick. Okay, there we go. Pretty good turnaround. Like, level 12, our record being level 20. That's halfway through to getting a new record. Pretty good for the first stream. Good job, everybody. Delta almost got 150 points. Good job, squad. So, yeah. I completely forgot about how much of a taxation streaming has on the old vocal cords, but we'll get used to it, man. Another reason that I love streaming is the fact that I get to yap uncontrolled for a... Like, I was scared that because I believe there is a thing called in psychology referred to as code switching, which is a phenomenon where people basically change the way they change their vocabulary and they change the way they talk based on who they're speaking to. Like, for example, you're going to be more formal when you're speaking to teachers and figures of authority in your life, and you're going to be very different when you're speaking to people of a different race from you, or your friends or colleagues or close ones, and yada yada. And that's called code switching. And I was afraid that because in my normal day-to-day life I am a lot less myself than I am. Another thing that streaming allows me is the opportunity for me to be myself. Is that I wouldn't be able to turn it back on again, but just going back into it, and instantly I'm just back to being me, like I've been locked in here, and streaming allows me to unleash a part of myself that I normally keep just completely locked away and gone. So that is the greatest birthday present that I could be bestowed upon. So thank you very much, all of you, for giving me the opportunity to be here and be who I am, unabated, and to be myself. Thank you for the stream. Nice to have you back. It's good to be back. It's good to be back. Thank you, everyone, for being here, and thank you for joining me on my little romp where I finally not only get to be myself, but I also get to be myself visually with my final pinnacle form. This is my final form for now. We'll get to Golden Frieza eventually, but now is not that time. Now is the time of Bowenthius XLR 3.0. That's the name of the model in the file, by the way. Right. Let's find out who we're raiding today. Who is here? What is here? Why is here? Excellent. I believe there's a term for this as well, but I've forgotten it. Glad to see you doing well. I'm glad to be doing well. I'm glad that, I hope that you are also doing well. And again, I'm glad that both you and the missus managed to pop by. You were missed in our house, so thank you for sharing your birthday with us. Happy birthday, my friend. Thank you so much. It is a joy to read messages like that. And then I'll play that newer Darksiders games. Then 4.0, the fourth Hell Horseman will appear. That is true. Darksiders 4 is a thing that was announced in between, during my hiatus. By the way, another thing I failed to mention over the course of this stream is that in between last stream and now, I got a new internet package. So my router is twice as big as the previous one. So hopefully that will be less issues and problems. Speaking of, can I... Oh good, it's actually handling the bandwidth necessary for me to stream, and it's not overheating and exploding unlike the last one. I'm very happy for that, so I got a hardware upgrade in addition to the new model and all that. The pit, exactly, I got a bigger radar dish for the pit. It can reach very deep below surface level, kilometers, hundreds of kilometers worth below the surface. So yes. All good things upgrades. This model is the culmination of everything I learned during the 2.0, everything I had during the 1.0, and everything new for the 3.0. It's just, I'm very happy. So, let us spread that happiness to Megalyn, who was here previously and is now currently playing Clair Obscure Expedition 33. That is a game that I have not played and watched somebody play. That was cool. Right, raid. Yes, there we go. And the subscriber raid, which isn't valid. So yes, I need to remember how you raid people. What is happening? What are you doing, Mr. Twitch? Why are you being a silly Billy? You're being a silly Billy because I don't know why. Okay. Cool. Right. How does one raid again? Is the invalid username? Okay. Is that a valid username, Twitch? There it is. All right. Banui will never see it coming. Yeah, we will come for the bones. But yes, grab your beautiful raid message. Thank you everybody for stopping by to witness me and my ascension onto new realms, and expect me next week on Wednesday for us to continue that one game we were playing last year. Otherwise, yeah, that's my birthday. You raid Pale by sending your minions at them and taking their goods. That is the definition of the word raid, yes. Thank you for being the YouTube representative, Lector. I apologize for the shoddy service this time around. Hopefully it'll be fixed by next time. But until next time, farewell. Bye.